Okay. Test, 1, test. Okay, one more test, and then we can start. Yeah, perfect. Hello everyone, you know the drill already. I know what we're going to do tonight. You know what I'm going to do tonight. So why do we pretend like there's something else where there isn't? It's literally just me coding, so might as well jump in. Might as well jump into it, boys and girls. So today I've actually again added a lot of new things into the code itself. Let me switch to scene. There we go. Yeah, wow, beauty code, right? You can't see anything. That is precisely why I'm gonna run the demo for you, and you are going to tell me, not me, you are going to tell me, if anyone is going to watch later, whether you can spot the difference. We're gonna pretend, okay? So there we go. So now we have our intro screen. Oh, no, I'm quiet. Can you see any new differences so far? Wait, let me just check. Completely unscripted, by the way. That is correct. If you've been checking these streams, or at least have seen some semblance of a game, you would be correct. I've added the title screen, I've added the pause, I've added the HUD bars, I've added so much work in the backend, specifically the loading and deleting, because I realized that my actual objects, when they were supposed to be deleted, were not really deleted. So in computer science terms, I had a memory leak, and we're talking about 200 megabytes every time someone selects a new level kind of memory leak. So yeah, that is pretty bad. Now it's almost fixed. There's still a little bit of residue that I'm not sure where it's coming from, honestly, because I've been checking meticulously the entire code. That is a lie, by the way. I have not been checking meticulously. Yeah, a point is, it's done. What's done is done. It's being checked. So I think we need to now move on. There's two things that I have in mind that I want to work on now, specifically now. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna go for tonight, but either I can finish the loading screen so it actually can look presentable. I can add the hurting and game over part, so I would need to make a game over screen, which I already did. I wasn't lazy, I'll show that to you. First and foremost, this is the logo of the game that I've made while everything was absent. So I've already did this text in the previous stream, not specifically this, not specifically the name of the game, but I was doing the pause at a time, which looks like this at this point. It's a full texture, so I don't have to care about anything. I actually might be thinking about the fact that I'll just do the background like this, and then have these as sort of an overlay on top of it, because I might want these little twirls animated. I have not decided yet on that, actually. Sorry, my voice is crackly today because I've been running with my dog, and he hates everything that moves in a way that he wants to be faster than it. So instead of having a nice, leisurely, romantic level walk with my dog, run with my dog, he was pushing and pushing and pushing, and I was trying to keep up, and basically, you might think that having that force, being like, oh, it's fine, he's gonna take you, right? So you're gonna go faster using much less energy. That would be great if he wasn't too fast. He was so fast I actually had to slow him down, and that's a problem because he's basically the Belgic Shepherd Malinois, if that says anything to you. Point being, he's heavy, he's about 30 kilos or so. Imagine 30 kilos with a velocity of a slow to mid-moving car that has some momentum that you need to drag back as well as managing running, right? Naturally, I was breathing a lot, and I was also screaming at him a lot because I wanted him to fucking slow down. He didn't take the hint. Anyway, point being, I was breathing so much, my throat actually kind of started hurting. No, it's not the virus. It's literally just me running with my dog. Next time he's gonna get a better leash so he can actually manage to remember that I'm a human and I walk on 2 legs, not 4. Anyway, that's a very long way of saying my voice crackly because dog. Yeah, drinking fizzy drinks on top of that is not a good idea, I think. Not that it matters. Anyway, yeah, for now it's just a simple picture. Not necessarily the best memory saving solution, because this background can be reused many times, right? But who cares? That's the way I'm going to look at it. Now, the loading is actually going to be super easy to do texture-wise, because I already have an easy texture. I also wanted to fix the Bobbi texture, which is right here. I wanted to get rid of the teeth. It was fun while it lasted, but I have come to a conclusion that the teeth are just too bad. They're making it too... Sorry. Sorry. They're just making it a bit too... childish. That's a bad way of saying it, because this entire color scheme makes it childish. Point being, the teeth are going to go. I'm also going to implement the angry face feature when he gets actually hit. I've also modified the background. It's still the same picture that I've borrowed from the game Sonic CD, but I've modified it so much at this point. Yeah, it's supposed to be blurred in the background a bit, kind of giving the depth of field there. So you can see it's super sharp here, but like there. So I've modified this a lot, so the colors are now completely different than the original. And I've also made the dusk or twilight version. Yeah, there's still some residue of pixels here, which I might or might not fix depending on my mood. But yeah, that's the progress on the graphical end. I've added a new font finally, so we're no longer dealing with the horrible Comic Sans. Oh, I've added menus, by the way. Those are working now. Properly, I might add. Okay, so now we're dealing with a simple pixelated text here. The weirdest format I've ever seen for that, but oh well. And the game over texture, which is done right here. See? It even has a darker color scheme. There's going to be more text here. Menu is actually very simple to add at this moment. It would be too complex to explain it coding wise, but it's the same as adding a single line plus some more lines defining what the button does. That's it. 2 to 3 lines are necessary, and the rest are up to you based on how much you actually want the button to do, which is usually a simple switching mechanism, so that's an easy thing to deal with. Anyway, yeah, so we've made that, and the next text, I was thinking of maybe doing loading like this and then have a grand scheme, but then I was like, nah, let's be minimalistic for one. So we're going to actually do those little twirls that you might have seen on the other screen. We're going to use those, and then gonna add like those little spheres right into this bottom corner right here. Maybe animate them like rotating and shit to be like, you know, those loading screens where stuff rotates. Kind of have that as a fun thing. Nothing serious, nothing bad, just like that. I think that would work fine. Maybe the word loading might not even appear on the loading screen. Shocking, I know. Anyway, yeah, that's so far the revision of the code. We're also going to modify the blocky face, but that's fine. Yeah, Ocarina of Time songs tend to... This person has decided that he's going to add a little bit of a meditative silence at the end of each song so that you can reflect on what you just heard. Luckily, I don't have that kind of time that I want to spend it on thinking about that. So let's just move on with the song as well. Anyway, this is basically menu state, which is very easy actually. There's literally only 2 buttons right now. The problem I'm facing right now, and I think it's faced because of the font, so I might need to fix that, is sometimes it changes one type of color, sometimes it changes the other type of color. I need to actually check the font file, which has been generated by a program, and let me tell you, this actually took longer as well because it just did. I'm so sad at that point, but you know what, no, it's fine. So alpha channel, red channel, green channel, whatever. There's supposed to be nothing about color. Yeah, this is nothing about color, so that's fine. This only sets up the squares that it's taking. It's actually good. So I can easily modify this file in PSD. I don't have to like extract another version. The problem is that sometimes it changes one white, sometimes it changes the other white, because there's two colors instead of one. What we're going to do is unify it into one. So we're fixing that problem. I'm also thinking of adding... Nah. First fix this, then add the loading. After loading, we're doing... what are we going to do? I have to decide. That didn't come up yet. You know what? We'll cross that bridge once we get to it. And now I said this correctly, not like the other time. Yeah, Photoshop is broken. What's new? I refuse to update it to the new one. Ah, my god, I clicked the wrong button, didn't I? Nah, it's not here. Where was I? I closed this. No, that's not what I wanted to close. What's here? What's sticky? Okay. Just close it. We'll do it again. Really? Oh no. Now it's fine. Now it's going to close it. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. What was I doing? I was fixing something, right? I was fixing a texture, I think. It took so long that I've actually forgotten what I wanted to do. What was it that I wanted to fix? This is terrible. How could I forget so quickly? Come on. It was in the background. It was the loading, right? Yeah, I think I wanted to do loading. Ah, this is so annoying. I'm gonna do this. This should work. Yeah, it's loading the file now. So basically this is the back... Oh no, this is not the correct file. Anyway, yeah, this is the background file. So I can easily change all of the different colors using sliders. That took a long time. Like, see, you can change that. Like, different parts of the picture, essentially. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna put that back. So I divided the entire picture into sections. I think it's much better because this way I can generate new backgrounds. This is the menu one. Or this is the level one? I'm not sure yet. So, I will try to show you the original actually, if there's a way. No, there is not the way. I need to show this, right? Yeah, the original was something like this. And no, that's nice. No, this is the original. Yeah, this was the original. So I modified it into the different colors that you've seen before. I didn't want this because this one's too dark. And frankly, that's not good. While I'm here, do I want to make a new document for this? No. I've already clicked new, didn't I? Goodbye. We're doing open. Which one was it, right? This is the $1,000,000 question. Pause. It was pause. And pause, I'm doing every other screen. I might also do... Not loading per se, but like... Oh yeah, here's the logo. There you have the pause screen. And there you have... Sorry. There you have the game over screen. Which is lightly inspired by that. Turn that off. Turn this off. Actually, wait, no. We can turn this on. And this turns that off automatically. Perfect. We are going to go from pause game. Details. Yep, this is the layer I'm interested in. Now, which ones do best? Do look the best? I think these ones here. If I put those in like the corner. It would be nice if I had them individually there, but individually adding 6 objects, I mean, could be done. But do I want it to happen that way? Because that means more programming for me. By which I mean adding 6 more lines. I'm lazy for that. It's gotten to that point where I'm too lazy to implement that. You know what? Because the selected area is empty. Oh, bullshit. How about now? Yep, there we go. Unvisualize this for me. Open the new screen. Paste that in. Oh yeah, I forgot. These are just random tools. So it's going to be here. The background is going to be black. Full black. And frankly, at this point, I need to check whether I can change the color of the base texture, because if I don't want to add anything on the screen, it's going to be this putrid blue, which I don't like. If I change it to black, I can literally just then add these twirls and not even the whole background, which will be memory efficient, or at least will not save that much. Yeah, something like this. This is the twirls. Yeah, this is the twirls. So what I was thinking was like something like this. While it's loading, it does this. Like something like this. I'm not sure how nice that is. Probably not really. Instead of just these twirls rotating, because the spheres rotating just makes no sense. You know what? If I make them into a nicer shape, like an actual sphere or something, I think it would be better. Zoom, enhance. There. There we go. Select it individually. Transform. Rotate this. There. If I add it here. Yeah, that seems to be fine. No. Escape. Quite literally. The little dot will be in. Here. I said that it's going to be there, so it's there. And then the final one can be like this. We'll see how that looks. Maybe better. Definitely better. There. Wait. Yeah, this looks much better, grouped like this, honestly. Maybe this one needs to be a bit more friendly with the other shapes. Wow, that's something Bob Ross would say. Happy little accident. Now if you're here for the code, don't worry, we'll get to it. There's going to be plenty of coding. More than enough for one soul to handle. Yep, this actually works better, I think, when it's grouped like this. So if I do the entire object... When I do the entire object and I just rotate it like this... Let me see how that looks. Yeah, I think it's better. And to prove that it's better, it's going to be here. And that's it. One more thing we need added. I'll just go down here because it's unnecessary. Is going to be bevel and emboss to add that, just that little bit of shine to it. Yeah, that's too much. Too much emboss. If I do it like this, I think it's fine. Yep. This is correct. Now it's not going to look nice when it's rotating, I'm sure, but that's a problem for another day. Now we can export it. As PNG, of course, we need as much data as... We need to waste as much data as we need. As we want. That. Loading. Twirl. Yeah. I'm not even doing any naming conventions for the files. In the bigger games you should do that, like having actually separate, but this is literally just a small game. So I don't think it matters that much. Maybe it actually does. And it did not save it here. Naturally. Not where I wanted. Export quickly. Quickly, I say. Media, that's where we go. And save it. Now we're done with that. We can see the tutorial here. One thing I have to say I really enjoy about Microsoft, because honestly, cropping things in Photoshop is very annoying. So I just do it this way. There's one button for it. Microsoft Image Showcase, very good for this purpose. See, look, it might look pixelated, but we have to keep in mind this is a very small picture, right? So it shouldn't matter at all. PNG is a lossless file format, which means no data was lost. So this is how it looked in Photoshop if I were to extremely zoom in. Or maybe not. Maybe I just did something wrong. That's also a possibility. There we go. So we've done that. I think it's time for to check the actual sprite manager, was it? I'm not sure which one clears the screen now. Is it pre-render? Let's go slowly. We know that the flow of the program is pretty much determined by scene app, a function I should never touch. I should not touch that often. Right here, we have something called render, which is not nice. So we need to go a layer above, which I believe is main D3D11. No, we're getting close. It's actually run. Go to definition. Close this, please. Run. Key target frame, key too large frame time. Yeah. So if it's, I'm assuming, less than 10 FPS, it's terrible. Previous frame time, fine. There we go, pre-render. What does pre-render do exactly? This sample, whatever, nothing. It does nothing at all. It literally is a waste of space. Okay. So we need to go to render then. In that case, we know what render calls, so we can go directly into load state, actually. And look at the definition of render, if there is such a thing. No, there is not. There's one draw HUD, which we'll be using for this particular problem. So we'll be disabling this. So there's not going to be any background. I just need to access, so this takes from state, so state should have it, right? Right. Wow, great. Enjoy. There you go. I think I clicked it twice. That was fun. Buy followers, as if I want that. Enjoy being famous. Come to me in a few more years when I don't have anything else to do. This one clears, so it's this one that matters. Peak definition, let's go with that. Platform begin scene. No, there's so many different options that we can go for. This is not going to be it. It's going to be either begin scene or clear. I think clear seems better. Clear makes more sense, honestly, to have the color in there. Draw clear screen, peak definition. What do we have here? Where's that stupid color defined? Not here. Where is it? Set vertex program, reserve fragment, fragment shader color, clear color. Okay, I think we're here. That's platform Vita though. Oh, but why are we in platform Vita? I don't want Vita. I want D3D11, please. Show me that. There we go. Clear, true. Whatever. Oh, there we go, right here. And here we have stuff that keeps happening. Can I make this smaller? I need to see. Render target view, okay. Clear flags. Clear Clear stencil view. Nah, it's not there. This stencil buffer. Okay, that does not do what I want. Let's go one layer back, I think. Maybe it's begin scene. Peak. We want D3, D11. What is null renderer? Depth stencil view. How is it so difficult to find one single color in all of this mess? Is it here? Platform clear. Vertex buffer bind. That clears it. Shader, default shader. Okay. Set scene data. Maybe it's this. Peak definition. What does this do? Nah, none of this nonsense. Is it default shader? What do you offer? Build sprite. Texture, no, nothing. Sprite renderer. It's sad that the sprite renderer doesn't have it. That would have been amazing. It needs to be something that both sprite renderer and the 3D one share, right? Is it the 3D one that draws it? No, because that would override the background. There's no way. That sounds a bit too dumb, honestly. I will try it, but... Platform Vita, no. We want D11. We're doing PC here. Platform. Set blend state. FFF, fine, that's stencils and shit. Clear. D3 clear. Show me what clear does. Clear death, whatever, nothing. Where is that putrid color shown? Where is it, the modifiable value for that? I can no longer accept that as the color of the program. I need black. Set scene data. Projection matrix, no. It should be begin, right? It's not sprite renderer, is it? No. Peak definition. Let's see this again. It's not begin scene, it's not this. What can it be? I literally have no other way of knowing. If I don't clear the screen, I think it's clear. It should be clear. Let's see platform. What do you offer, platform? Get frame clear. Okay, clear is constant 0, so that's not helpful at all. Height, width. Render depth buffer, stencil clear value, depth clear value. No, none of this shit. I need that putrid blue. Where is it defined? It needs to be drawing it from somewhere. I know it's hard-coded, but where? I don't wanna... I could easily solve this by just making the texture larger and just adding the background, right? But why? Why should I be forced to do that? What if later I decide to have another black screen? Do I do a black picture of that as well? Just becomes pointless at that point. Just making shit up. Inline set shader, no, no. No, it's not there either. It needs to be the clear. I'm sure it is the clear. Platform D3D11 clear. Calls the clear. Peak definition. Fine, we'll dive deeper. Clear rendered target view. Fine, you win. What's here? Ah, there we go. Stuff. Virtual. Annotation. Target view. What's that? It's a struct. And color RGBA. No, that's just setting the colors, right? Yeah. But not the background color. That'll be too convenient. Nah. What's here? Render. You know what? I'm gonna make it a bit larger because I'm kind of getting blind. Oh. Oh no. Yeah, now it's bigger. They say size matters. It's actually readable. Clear depth, clear depth. Clear depth stencil view, no. Get render target view, no, fine. What's this? What is this? Return render target. Show me this. Color, okay, fine. We've gotten here, finally. Set render target clear color, finally. References. Find all references. We've we got it. It's right here. That putrid blue. I don't understand why they've chosen this blue. What's so special about it? This needs to be eliminated. It's going to be gray. So we're going for 2, 2, 2. I don't care particularly about beta. So we're doing that. You know what? We're gonna see soon enough with loading. 0.2. 0.5 gets rid of that. That. And 0.2. And we'll see soon enough what color this truly is. There we go. It should show black screen when we load. Like a less black version than black. But still black. It's so nested. Why is this not a variable? Why is this never changeable? I have to dig through this entire mess of API code just to find one value to change. At least the music's keeping me pumped. Okay, if you're gonna break the entire program just because I didn't stick to a color, I had that with a texture. Wait, I present to you a too bright gray color, but it's at least gray. So we have that. Yeah, I have not finished coloring this light. I wanted to go orange, but orange seems to be a bit too weak. So I'll just go red at this point. Yeah, I'll make it red with a very small tinge of orange. But the problem with that is it's just not too bright enough at that point. I'm also thinking, but I'm not sure, that I should remove the top and one of the bars at least, so it doesn't seem so sandwiched. But this is what the HUD is going to be, right? So the bottom is going to have... actually, nothing probably. And the top is going to have... Oh, that would be an interesting thing to do in a level, that you actually have to collect canisters of energy to make sure the fan can actually flow, and each flow just gets rid of the fan. And on the bottom screen you would be able to show it. Yeah, that could be a nice idea for future, not now. Certainly not now. That could be like another update I would do. Anyway, point being... Oof, now this is not nice. What is this? And how did this get here? Did I not name it correctly? No, I called it pause twirl. Now, what's the problem? Okay, we've had a nice background. Did I overwrite the other one? Luckily I have it saved, but I did overwrite it. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Pause. Not pause even. What? No, loading URL there. And we are going to export the pause again, because frankly, that was an unfortunate setback. Export. Quick export as PNG. Luckily, I always have these together. I've learned from my past mistakes, not even this time, last time. I'm sure it did not save it where I wanted to, so I'm going to do this again. No, I was right. It did save it where I wanted it to. Okay, it's right here. Okay, finally, things are going my way. We're gonna keep this open just to hog memory. Because why would the computer have it easy? Oh, I remember what I was doing. Okay, this took a while. I was trying to change the font. Just so fixing that color problem. That's an easier and quicker fix than the rest of the stuff. So at least there's that. There, and I should probably just get rid of Comic Sans altogether. It's making the entire program ugly. We're adding just another layer of black just so I can see the colors. Zoom. But it is white. All of it, in fact. What's the problem here? It is quite literally just white. Is it? Let me see here. What is the value of this pixel? There. Okay, doesn't tell me. 2525255. They're great. What's this? Yeah, it's white. All of this is white. So why was it doing outlines at all? Maybe it's the maybe. Okay, fine. We can overcome this. Don't save it. Let's read the font document again. And maybe there's something I'm missing. Outline 0. Okay. Oh, that's why I didn't delete the thing. Okay. AA. I needed them. I need to compare them. Windows. Do you mind? Yeah, thank you. It took you a while. Pixeled. Comparing. AA is 1, outline is 0, spacing matches. All of this matches. Not that it needs to, but it does match. Common line height by 1, H is 1. That's interesting. I'm just confused as to why is the color change of the text not working properly. That's all. It's as if there is this weird pixel size. Yeah, these headers match. As in the settings part. Wait, ID 0, yeah. These match. I was mostly curious about these packed channels. I was interested in anti-aliasing, padding, spacing, and outline. Outline, everything is 0. It matches. With line height base, I'm not sure what it means. I think I know what it means, but I am not sure what it means. Maybe it's the size of the text that's like the base. And line height is like how high the line is. Yeah, those are probably that. Nothing to be concerned about, that's the main problem. Okay, so the fonts are fine. The image was fine. Now where could the actual issue be? Wait, no, this is just a shitty Windows image preview. Needless to say, you know what? I've changed values. Let's change them to 1 to have a less pronounced shadow there. I also wanted to change it somewhere else, right? Well, we'll get to that as well. Maybe it's not even necessary because it does overwrite it here. Run it. Let's see what we actually have here. Well, this is turning on. And there we go. Yep, the text colors are wrong still. I'm not sure why. Continue. Yeah, this black is, not black, gray is better. Maybe a tinge darker, but it's fine. Yeah, the colors will need to be more orange. I've decided more orange. This yellow is making it too bad, honestly. Also, it's a bit too strong. Yep. The HV is still there as a testing ground, so at least that's fun, right? Testing. Anyway, the darker is going to be 0.05 then. 0.05. Here as well. Sadly, I can't add a flag, but at least know where it is now. So it's in platform D3, D11, save it. Don't even dare changing it back. And this matters doesn't really, because it gets overwritten by the child anyway. Or maybe it doesn't. You know what? I'm gonna change it there as well. 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, and just for the sake of checking whether that worked or not. Does this work? Will it work? Like I want it to. What's the problem? Try again. Deactivate. Why are you not loading the messages? What's your problem here? There is internet, right? Yeah. Not that it matters. Main screen, sorry. It keeps... it keeps starting. There. There we go. The colors are still a problem. How surprising. So the point is, maybe the text itself has some sort of a shenanigans setting that I need to fix. Needless to say, that's not what I'm testing now. Ooh, black is fine. Yeah, I like the black now. I don't like this orange, but that'll get fixed soon enough. And see, now it works fine. I don't know why. This works fine. Wait, I see a message. Sorry. I need to type in this on another keyboard. This is how professionals do it, right? They have two computers with two keyboards. There we go. That message has gotten sent across, and we can continue now. The text here is fine. I'm confused why it's fine here and not fine on the other screen. Maybe it's... No, it's fine here. It changes the entire color of the text, yeah. On the other one, it only changes a bit. It changes both here. Return. Yep. See, it does that nonsense of color weirdness. I'm just not sure, honestly. I'm not sure. Exit. Okay, I at least changed this. Now let's go to the loader state. We are going to initialize this by creating a game object to the pointer. It is going to be called twirl. It doesn't really matter what I call it because it's going to be gone, but I just needed to hold the actual thing. Game object 2D. Let's just see. What's... Oh yeah, I need to make the sprite setup. Okay. Does state not have it by default? No, it doesn't. As much as I hate to include, I have to include... Yeah, I don't know why the program is done this way, because including in .ages is usually better, but I'm including it here for crying out loud. So it's going to be fine here, I think. I guess. So I set up twirl underscore setup equals... I don't even remember, not even have the foggiest idea what goes here. So first and foremost, we're going to add the semicolon at the end. And then we're going to peek into definition so I can see in which order the stuff is done. Okay, no, that's not nice. There. Position X, position Y. Where should it be on the screen? Position X, we're gonna use... Oh, this shit again. Oh, platform's already part of it, at least. Platform dot width. That's gonna give us the width of the rendered pixels. What's next? Divided by. We're going from the top left corner. We want it at the bottom right corner. Maybe 1/32th of the screen. That's a bit too specific, right? We're gonna try random numbers first. We're gonna go 15 multiplied 15 over 16. So that's gonna put it at the almost edge right. And then height is going to be platform. We're drawing the picture from the center, but the world origin is the top left corner. That's something I need to keep in mind. Height. There we go. Multiplied. Fuck it. 15, 16. There. In computer science, you should always specify the order of operations, but it usually does them in the this times this. Because I want to divide by 16 everything. It actually doesn't matter in which way you do the order, but it's better to clarify. It does matter if it's on the other side, because at that point it's either 1 over 15 or 15, like multiplied by, but it's on this side it doesn't matter. I've seen a picture recently of that, and frankly, it's just confusion and should be fixed. Order Z, negative 0.99. We just want it to show in front of everything else on the screen. Width and height. We're gonna use a cheat. Where's that image? There it is. Properties. Details is 95 by 92. We're gonna do 95, 95. Just because I said so. 95, 95. And texture address, that's the last thing I'm filling in. And I think I called it the loading whirl.png. Portable network graphics, there we go. Let me check, because it's going to complain for sure. It is loading twirl.png, great. I mean, we'll know soon enough whether it's correct or not by it showing it or not. So now we have to do the reference. So we need to dereference the platform so it then can take the reference, because weird programming on my side. Twirl underscore setup. And I think I know why it's complaining. No suitable function. Yep, there. New. Every time you create a new, you need to create a delete, but the delete is created here, so it's fine. Not particularly here, but like in the destructor. So I think memory management wise, I'm okay. Not as bad as it was before, at least. Sprite. Renderer. There we go. So this creates that object of that size, whatever, and we can then simply add it to the scene. What's nice about this twirl It'll clean everything else we didn't use. There. And now on the this is actually gonna do it nicely anyway, so it's fine. I don't need this. This entire draw HUD thing is useless. I'm going into the loader state.h to fix that as well. We don't need it. It was there just to test things, but now that it's not necessary, I need to find a way to get rid of it. No, it's level block, wrong function. Loader state. We want the loader state gone. This will be changed into update float. Was it delta t? I think that's how I called it. Yay, isn't complaining. That's a win in my book. Now, why updating? It's not going to call the update, right? Yes, it's not. Oof, that's actually a problem. Well, easily fixable one, but still a problem. Yeah, we're kind of locked there. So what I'm going to do instead is there. We're gonna see what we can do in this. There we go. Where's the rendering thing? There it is, the renderer. It's going to be changed here. This is pretty much acting like an update anyway. I just don't have access to frame time. Not good, not terrible? Question mark. Not question mark. Is there a way I can get platform underscore? Is there like a way I can get this info out of you? Like FPS or something? Get frame time. There it is. Beautiful. We have access to it. Frankly, at this point, passing it through update might seem redundant. And that's because it is. But I think just the way it was done before, and I'm not very keen on fixing the entire code for that. One little passing of one float, I don't think that's a performance throttle anyway. Gives time, so we're basically doing... I don't have specific pointer to it, right? That object. Now do I? No, I do not. I, however, have seen... underscore. There's only one object, so it's fine. Seen objects, was it? 2D, I think. And I'm not sure whether this naming is correct. It's not. Let me see state.h. It's right there. Seen. Oh, it is. It was right. Okay. It's a list. So, list. I have to include list here, don't I? Yep, I do. Just so I know how to access it. Include list. There. Just so I know what's in the list. Yeah, list. Can I do index for list? I can. 0. No, it's not liking it. Operator. Operand types. Let me see. If I do this, will it like it then? No, you won't. How can I access things in a list? Why did I make it a list? That is the real question. No, stop. Do you not have access to this list? It is protected. You should have access to it. Seen objects by reference. We're taking everything by reference, so you should have access to it. Seen objects 2D, thank you. And then load shit. What can we do with you? Is it dot? Yeah, it is dot. Okay. Front. It returns a pointer. Great. I'll take front. It's the top one anyway. Rotate. I want the rotate. Is there the rotate function? There should be rotate. Yeah, there it is. Rotate. Vector _. Not in X, not in Y, and in Z you're gonna turn. We want it kind of slowly, right? So it's going to be, let's say, 20 degrees per second times platform. Now to make it frame rate independent, platform underscore pointer get frame time. Not GRT, get frame time, and let's see how terribly or well this works. This can either fuck up massively or work in my favor. Code-wise, there are no complaints. It started building it. Okay, now we're getting stuck in the YouTube loop of Great Ace Attorney music, so that's terrible. There we go. Now let's see. Oh, it works! And the way I wanted it to. Look at that! It needs to rotate a bit faster, I'll give you that. Yep. It's not that much data, so I might add like a fake timer there. Kind of give the satisfaction of actually loading. Yeah, it's going to rotate faster. By faster, I mean maybe 50 degrees per second. This has been a great experience actually, because now I know how to do loading screens. I always was weirded out how games do that. I still have no real clue about the percentages, how to do that. I have a vague idea of how to do it, I just don't do it. I might add like a twirls of ready, go, or something like that at the beginning of each level, like, oh, after initialization or something. Like first or ready or something. And then it just gets disabled every frame, like after it's finished, and enables the controls. Those would be easy, actually. And then set awake the actual object of the player as well. How's this looking on the stream? It's fine. Now, let's get back to main menu. I'm happy with the loading screen. Yep, this works fine. Return. Now to actually switch back, I was deleting it, and if I look at the profiler, let's look at the profiler. See this jump down? Yes, there we go. Ah, this is enlarged because of the screen. Yeah, so basically what's happening is... Okay, so here it starts the program. This is the main menu time. Then I create a level, so it loads more stuff into memory. To this extent, right? And then after the level closes, we need to clear it back to what it was before. Now, the problem I had before was actually that it just did like this little bit of a lump and then continued. What that meant was there was fake memory, but now the lump goes back down and continues being there. And I think this is fine. So now we have the flat line down there, which means all the memory of this particular section was cleared. No memory leak, or if any, very small. Yeah, C++ is that kind of a bitch, where you have to clean that up by yourself. Okay, ask away. Ask away the questions. Okay, I thought I had something there. No. Current loading is done, right? Font is not fixed. Is that something I want to fix now? There's loading. There's HUD to be done. No, loading is done. I call loading done now that the twirl is done. Background PSD. Both of these are not necessary now. What's next on my list of things that I wanted to do tonight? Audio will be way late. Audio is actually rather easy to implement. So audio is like very late. We're talking completely very late. No, actually not that. No, it's fine because everything else will get loaded in the beginning, sound-wise and all that, so it's fine. Game state credits not ready. Menu is ready. Win condition isn't done, but I don't have any objects to collect, right? Yeah, I was trying to dodge this, but it's going to be here. The question you can ask anytime, by the way. There we go. I'm trying to give my ball a random exposition. Okay. Where would I do that? The body depth position or somewhere else. My player moves fine, one direction, but the other way moves really fast off my platform. My player moves... So there's two questions, okay. I thought that were like part of one question. My player moves fine one direction, but the other way moves really fast off my platform. Any idea why that may be? Are the forces equally applied? That's my first question on that. And the first question I'm going to answer, don't get confused. I'm trying to give my ball a random X position. Where would I do that? There's, by the way, 1, 2, 3, 4 separate instances where I have my Twitch chat on so I can look anywhere. I'm trying to give my ball a random X position. Where would I do that? Okay, the way this works, at least in my code, is that every time you have a physics body, you should no longer be moving your game object individually. Every movement of the game object should be linked to the physics body or the phys body. What that means is that you move the body around and then just have either the body or the object itself check and take the position of that physics body and apply it to itself, mesh-wise. What that means is you move the object around. Generally speaking, moving physics objects around is not the best. You should do it exactly only for spawning, which you are doing, so that's fine. Because every time you call the function that moves the physics body, it disables the collision for that particular moment. Like, we're talking every kind of collision, not just collision checks, like contacts. We're talking about actual physics. It disables it for that particular frame. So if you're just moving it around, so randomly spawn the ball at an X position, that is actually fine to use that. You need to set the physics transform. Now I can actually show you how I've done it here. It's in my I think it's game object that does it. Yeah, game object does it because it's a nested function. Sorry, game object.h. Let's see here. Direct your attention here. So move with physics. There's two separate things. So first one I need to explain is that I have the function called apply physics. So every game object has something called a transform data that holds its position, rotation, and scale relative to itself, or to the world rather. Wait a moment. Sorry, had one thing going. Anyway, back to this. So this data is basically what's being applied. So before I render my object, this builds up the matrix for that object from this. So all I need to do is change the data here. If I have a physics body, there's the function called apply physics, that if you look into this one, I'm going to show it here. You can see that I'm setting the rotation from the physics body, where physics body gives me the angle, and then I set it to that rotation. Then the position is the same. Physics body gets transform, which gives the entire transform. P is for position, gets X and Y coordinates respectively. Z is not a thing because the physics engine we're using is only 2D. So you're only getting X and Y. All of those get put there. Then before render, from this you build the actual transformation matrix that then is applied to the mesh that then is rendered at the proper place. It's a bit confusing, I understand that, but the main idea behind all of this, and that I wanted you to notice, is that you use the physics body itself, that you take data from it. So the physics body is the one that you keep changing, not the actual mesh or the object or whatever you're using. By mesh, I mean model. So there you have the traditional way that if I don't have any physics body, you simply just, I just move the mesh, change its position. Easy as that, right? With physics, there you go. I still set some values here. Z mainly because that is not concerned with physics body at all. And then you have something that you need to create actual vector from X and Y. So how you actually want to call that. Plus the translation, of course, that you want to move it in the direction of, if you want to keep the original position. Because it doesn't remember it. It overrides the old one. It doesn't remember its old one. And there is no other way of first take the position, add to that position, and then once that's added, put that in. That's how you move it relative to itself, not to the world. And then you need to set transform. Set transform is as easy. It actually sets the entire transform. So it does the position and the rotation. Those are the two only things. You can't scale it. Scaling wise, scaling is more annoying. And I'm not doing any scaling for that. So I can't help you with that. But basically you want every time you move it, you want the physics body set transform that moves it to your desired position. And then at some point before rendering, you need to move the physics body's positions and everything and put it into the mesh matrix. That's the short version of the entire story that you need to go through. I hope that was at least somewhat enlightening. For the second question, I would need to see the behavior and the code concerning that. I can't answer you just out of this. My guess, probably incorrect though, from what I'm seeing, is that it's probably forces not being applied properly. There's also a possibility that the force is being kept, right? So if you have some force and you add from the same direction of other force, it's just going to go faster, which is a standard physics behavior. If you want to slow it down quicker, either increase drag, increase mass, both at the same time. Choice is all yours and yours alone. I hope that helped you a bit. Back to my problem. Where am I switching the player's platform? Get rid of this, get rid of this. I don't need to see any of this anymore. And this either. So we're gonna check where I'm changing the player Bobbi shit. That's... okay, I need to check the model again. Ugh. I think it's this one. No, this is the other project. There we go. Open up Bobbi, and we are gonna lovingly pass through this section of the songs. Skip. You know what? I actually like that one. Okay, what do you have for me? You stupid little ball. With a smile. Yeah, I've learned how to do this now. Okay, there's only those two materials, so I need to create one other fake try. Because I've learned that it doesn't actually upload the material into it unless it's applied to some face. So I'm just creating a dumb face and putting it inside of the object itself. You can see the try here. There's going to be another one matching for the other material I'm making. Oh, I'm gonna drink a little bit. Okay, so I'd set the X transform as my rand. I can load up my laptop quickly and send a screenshot. Yep. Probably. Wait, I see a message on Twitch. Actually, I hope you're okay with me sharing that, because I think this is something we can all learn from. If anyone else actually decides to learn from this. This cord... Okay. Let's see what's happening here. Ooh. Update nonsense. Oh, just load it quickly. I know there's a lot of things running, but you can do it. Service, artist. Okay. Okay. There we go. I think I want to see this. Yeah, there we go. Player movement. Controller input, fine. Player body, apply force. Applies force. Apply force. Get position X, get position Y. What's this second argument here? Also, you want to apply force to the center, so you need to, instead of calling apply force, because that's doing it to the vertex, so that might also be the issue. So you need to, instead of call apply force, you need to call apply force to center. Also, why do you have 1 here and 3 here? This 3 here makes it stronger, if that was one of your questions. This 3 essentially makes it 3 times as much as this. So the length of the direction vector, if you go to the... So yeah, you've gotten it. Yeah. Anyway, call not apply force, but apply force to center. That's... or center point or something. It's gonna offer you that. That's the main problem. Yeah, I think we fixed both of your questions, maybe? Yep. It's fine. Back to this ugly face. Yeah, the teeth are going to go, I've decided. Just gonna lower this down for a moment. Add plane. Add a new model. We're gonna copy 5. Well, we're gonna copy it so we create 6, yes? We're assigning that. And in shading, we will change it to the texture of hurt. Don't worry, this is going somewhere. There. There we go. Since I don't want 2 useless tries, I only want 1 of them. Yeah, the square face is being divided into 2 polygonal tries, so I'm just gonna dissolve one of these vertices. Because for a face, you need 3, and having 4 is just pointless. Now, where can... Oh, I need to do this, right? Manual labor. Dissolve vertices. Scale down. And hide inside. Like it was never there. Modern problems require modern solutions. Now we have 6 as well. Great. Save again, just for a good measure. Export. We'll be exporting it. Export it here. Okay. I think we're done with you. Save if you want. Where's that ugly other program I have to use? There it is. Open. I think it's Bobbi FBX. Yes, it is. Ugh. I still hate using this. But at least it's only... I only need to use it for now. Yeah, it's saved. I hope. Great. Now we're done with that. Now we can actually look into the player Bobbi part. So, I'm actually switching, I think. Yeah, this is where I'm switching the material. So, if it's a responsive collider, which means that it can be hit by other things, fine, do this. It sets it to C main material. Now I need to figure out... Is R2 held? Okay. If... We need that other if there. If... Get... Responsive... Collider. What this means is that I want it to remain angry even if you press the fan button for the small duration of period of invulnerability, because otherwise it would change it. If you get hit, it would change it into red phase, but then you would press L2 or keep holding it, it would actually not be visible because it would just have the fan phase of happiness. So I need that to be gone. So this is basically why I've added this condition here. What's next? If controller input, if input R2 is held, else if get responsive collider, and if neither of those are true, then we're gonna call this yep, that's all fine, and instead of main material is going to be, I think, herd material ID. Yeah, file name wise I think it's all interlinked already, so all I need to do is now create a timer for the responsive collider section. I already have a timer created, like the function that measures time and returns and whatnot, but it's going to be an update, that's for sure. If we're actually waiting, right? Elapsed time. It's the only time I'm gonna use wait, I think. It is not. I need separate variables for that. Actually. Oh no. Oh no. This is a problem. I can't have two separate timers going, right? So I'll need to... You know what? It's going to be done by if conditions later anyway. So if... Wait... No, wait required two things, right? Wait required the actual thing and delta t. So delta t can be easily given to it because we already have it up there. And I think this was wait for... or something like that. Yeah, it was a game object thing, I think. Let me see this. Game object 2D. No, base. Environment, platform, elapsed time. Okay, so no, it's not there. Does Blocky have it alone? If Blocky has it alone, that's actually a smart decision on my part. H Blocky. Oh, remind me, I need to edit the hazard function. Vector, direction, last, yeah, it has it on its own. Game object, last collider, doesn't get deleted. These are safe, all of these. Yeah, so I need to create one for Bobbi as well, so that's actually good. I would like .h to be opened. There we go. We're gonna call it float invulnerability. Invulnerability equals 0 in the beginning, and we're gonna add slowly to it. I can even I can make it either a function or just pass a value to it. It's going to be passed by value, and the time is going to be defined, since it's constant, in vulnerability underscore time. For how long? I want it probably only like, it's in milliseconds, right? So maybe 2 seconds. That seems fine. Okay, we have that. Is it in milliseconds actually? Because I remember there being an issue with that, and it was for like, we can always check blocky. What am I talking about? Blocky, show yourself. Expose yourself to us. What do we have here? Wait time. Okay, but what is wait time? Where do we set wait? It's in seconds. Yeah, I should have thought of that. It's in seconds. Okay. That warrants a renaming of the function parameter. Which one had it? I think wait, if we look into peak definition. There we go. And we change this one little sweet letter there with this one and this one. No, just delete it. It all works out fine. Of course, just save the changes. Player Bobbi. Change. Game. Yeah, blocky is no longer necessary. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So this is going to be 2 seconds, not 2000 seconds. And it's easily changeable in code right here. There we go. Save that, yes. Scene manager no longer necessary. Boss stage not yet. Oh, my ears started hurting. How terrible. I think it's in vulnerability. Yeah, that's how I called it. And we're going to modify this name because it's a member variable, and according to this naming convention, they have those undernodes. Wait. If wait in vulnerability is that, I need to be reminded, how does this function work actually? Yeah, it sets S to 0 if it actually finishes the timer. So there can be one timer at a time. That's good to know. Wait. How to do this properly? Just return, yeah. Return. Otherwise, I mean, it needs to already access it, right? So what's changing it? Gonna take set responsive collider. Where is it? Responsive collider. Yep, there we go. And I want it true. So basically, if we're invulnerable, this is not going to happen. So it's just going to leave the function. Oh, there is no. Oh, there's get. I want set. Okay. A toggle, I think. You know what? Just let's just do it directly. It's responsive collider. True. There. There you have it. Okay. I've set the forces for left and right. Blah blah blah. From the player moves left, but the other he moves right, but really, really fast. Okay. Why do you actually... Are you using... I'm just... Wait, let me check your screenshot again. It's not going to be on screen. I'm sorry, I just don't want to turn on Discord again. Apply force. Yeah, this is what I've been confused about. You've added two separate instances of the same function, which applies force in wrong directions, actually. Why don't you instead, in the input, so buttons down, Jeff right, Jeff left. Control, Sony, controller right, controller left. Controller right, controller left. First and foremost, if these are about joysticks, then it's fine. Actually, you can't see it. Sorry, I'll show it to you again then. Okay, I'm not sure whether this controller right and controller left, what exactly are they referring to? Are they referring to the... Which type of button is this? Is this the joystick, joypad? Because this is not how you call analog. So these are buttons, right? Is this the D-pad? Because I thought D-pad has a different... You know, actually, let me check. I have that in my controller section. Yeah. Get responsive. Controller input, there we go. Peak definition. I just want to see. No, terrible. Controller. There it is. Controls. This is a function. Oh, class. Sorry. Okay. Oh, it's the D-pad buttons. Okay. Are you doing pressed? But oh, you're doing it manually. Okay. Buttons down. Buttons down are held. Yeah. So we're doing these. So yeah, it is D-pad. Don't worry about this. I'm just translating all of them because I didn't want to write them like this every time I wanted to ask for a button. So I just had like is something pressed or released or whatever, just encapsulated. And for some reason they don't allow to set it up. So oh well. Not my problem. Anyway, back to this. Yep. So if basically the problem is that if you were to hold these two buttons at the same time, it would do this one. Actually, it would do this one. Because this is the last one. So first and foremost, I would do else if, and then you create a priority. So if one is being held, the top one is the higher priority one. Right now, the bottom one is the higher priority one. That's the one thing. Or actually, even worse, none of them are high priority ones. They are mixed. That means this force is then having this one added to it if both of them are pressed at the same time. That I know that's not... I know that's not really the question or anything. I'm just pointing that out as a possible source of problems in the future, especially if you decide to give them different buttons that are easily pressed together. Second, I'm not understanding why you're creating two separate apply force. Is one of them, are they to center? That's the key thing. I'm gonna show you what I mean. If you go into player Bobbi actually, which, good lord, I'm already here. Transform data set position, no, it's update I think. No, handle control input, that's what it is. Control input, blah blah blah. See, apply force to center. This is what you want. I don't understand. You have like 3 values there. Maybe that's why. No. I just don't understand why you have 2 vectors there. That should not require 2 vectors. Maybe if you add them together. See, like for me, every time you apply force to center, you only need 1 vector, which is the direction, and in this case also the strength, because I'm multiplying it by the actual amount. This is just fixing an error that was maybe with my controller, maybe with every controller, who knows. Point is, apply force to center. You want that to have only 1 vector, which is the actual direction of the movement. I don't understand why you have any of that other thing there. And then this true, I think, keeps it awake. just so it actually simulates that force. And if you notice, I have only one call to this function. That's a suggestion I would probably make for you. Instead of having two calls, it actually doesn't really matter. I would create that vector specific. You know what? It doesn't really matter the way you have it. I personally prefer if I have like vector created here, and then after all of the checks you just apply that force with that vector created here or here. Well, it's created up, and then it's a bit more clunky coding wise, but I just like it more. This way you're calling two separate functions, so you have, I guess, more time to make a mistake in their calls or something. And you have to fix twice as many calls, so if you make a mistake in this one, then copy it here. You just do that, whereas if you only change values, that's an easily changeable problem. Regardless, I don't understand why this is here, the thing there. I would suggest on using one vector if possible, and instead of apply force, I would apply force to the center, because I think one of these two arguments is actually not the vector, but rather the one of them is definitely the force, and the other one is the which vertex we're talking about. And since your position keeps changing, that also may talk about different vector in your mesh, and then just move it around based on that. Implement that. We'll look into that, and of course the playlist is no longer shuffled. How? Okay, this song I like, but after this one I'm shuffling it again. Wait, there's a new one. Sorry. Apply for okay. Ignore my entire previous speech. So with this new updated version, is it still doing the weird movement? While I'm awaiting your response, I'll just continue working. What was I? Oh yeah, I know what I was doing. Collision response, that's where we've gotten now. That's what we need to fix. Collision response. If collider is a hazard, hits minus minus. Invulnerability equals invulnerability time, and is responsive collider is now false, and that'll get automatically turned true. So basically what the responsive collider function value does is basically determines whether this function gets called or not. It doesn't disable the entire physics system, which before I was afraid of, but yeah, I also changed the restitution if I wanted to, but nah, not needed. Yeah, we can get rid of that line. Test. Let's test. Yes to my question, right? Do you have, by any chance, any other input checks where you apply forces? Because you might have combined forces here and there. Like there's two separate objects applying force to the same object. When they add up together, one of them results larger than the other. That's my line of thinking now. Let's check the results. I am anticipating only good results. Yeah, the text needs to be fixed on my part. One moment, I need to close this down. There we go. There. Okay. We have them defined as hazards, I think. So let's see what that does. Oh! That... my first try, no less. This is... okay. Not gonna lie. I'm proud of myself on that. Okay, let's see whether the block key provides the same result. I also need to have an update check of game over and shit. Yeah. Okay. This is cool. So now I have... wait, what was that? Oh. Okay, so there is a given precedent to stuff. That's not nice. Because we want not only... We want basically when the fan is applied. At least it's changing, so that's good, right? Yeah, so it's being invulnerable for at least 2 seconds there. That's good. I'm occasionally checking for the chat response. Okay. I'm having too much fun with this stupid game at this point. I still haven't added collectibles. Those are going to be the last thing I'm adding. Because of how frequently useless they are. I'm also going to have another document given to those, so that's going to be fun. I finally need to fix the Z order of things. Maybe it's time to do it now. Because I have the condition check properly done. The switching of... See, I'm not very happy with the actual setting of... No, I can set it here, material, right? I don't have to wait. I can just set it there. Forcibly set it there. This... Yeah, I'm forcibly gonna set it here. So I don't have to call it every frame. It's gonna be set there, and it's not gonna be switching until this gets released. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. That is the way I'm going to do it. And I think it's a better way. That's also going to fix the issue of fan not doing what it's supposed to. And this is not gonna overwrite it for me if we're not colliders. So this is taking care of one issue. Test again. Wait, I think the ball might be interfering with my player a bit. And my player touches the ball, it moves with it. You have to be more specific than that. I have difficulty imagining this. I think the ball might be... Sorry, music again. I know I said switching, but the soundtrack going now and the songs I've chosen from it, oh my god. This is the best thinking music. Okay, it does that. That's working. Give me just a moment, I'm sorry. There's too many things. Okay, it does the thing. Now, will it do it while I'm... Yes, it does it. Amazing. So we fixed an issue with deleting things rather than adding them, or just moving. Yep. And we get to be invulnerable for a little bit of time. I might actually add a bit more alpha to the to be more transparent, to kind of signify... No, not really. Sound effects to play are going to be easy. I need to do the game over function because that one's going to require some time. Yeah. So block key works as well. That's... And there we go. And the death zone is right there. Okay. That is... Wait, let me go the proper way now since that's available now. Return to menu. I still cannot get enough of the loading thing. I'm so happy with how well that turned out. Anyway, yeah, is there a better way to explain your issue? T-boy, because honestly, I have difficulty imagining what you're on about. I think the ball might be interfering with my player a bit. My player touch... I'm assuming that's the end of a sentence. My player touches the ball, it moves with it. That's basically, both of them are dynamic. But is it moving according to your input, or is the ball moving according to the force? Like when you kick a ball, or is it moving in the same way as the player? Because if that's the case, I genuinely have no idea what's happening at that point. I think I fixed it. Okay, that's good to hear. We've done that. We have game over already in the game, right? There's two options now. I'm gonna add a bare bones implementation of game over. But it needs to be an update, right? The calls and shit. Yeah, for game over, it's gonna call the screen. But it's also gonna set for reset. So that's fine. If the player decides to go back into the main menu, then it deletes the level. Which is also fine. Because it's gonna force, every time we return to the main menu, we're force deleting the held state. That's what we did in the loader. I'm talking backend now, sorry. Why do these songs have to be so good? Do I have any other song from the soundtrack on this? I think I do. Oh yes, I remember now. I do. Literally the next song. Amazing. I've got the random X for the ball kind of working. I can't really screenshot what's happening because it's too quick to capture, so I'll take a screenshot of my code and a video of the issue. Please do. I'm very eager to see what you've actually made so far. Oh, okay. Bobbi hurt T. Yeah, these are the textures. That's fine. Nothing important. Collision response. I don't like the way they look, the functions. They look a bit too weird out, but I think that's just because of the way they are. I think they're not badly written. Like the calls and all that. The code isn't the worst, I think. At least I've tried really hard. Like I've modified and made it reuse everything everywhere. So they've actually learned what a virtual destructor is and how to use it properly. I didn't realize you can make it virtual, so basically the problem with my loader was that it would not call the actual destructor of the function, of the class, meaning it would not deallocate data. Messenger, oh no. That's a bit more weird. You know what, we're gonna do move this window from the public view and see what naughty stuff I have on my messenger. Yeah. I have so many things open at this point. Facebook, com. I also on the last stream I said I will be playing Monster Hunter. Isn't it funny how I don't have the time for that? Even though I would love to play it. I have to work on, tomorrow I have a practice test on the stupid elective subject I've picked. I absolutely hate it. The guy teaching it speaks the slowest possible way. Like, he has a tough accent, right? But that's fine. I can still understand it. I'm not sure where he's from actually. No, actually no, I'm not gonna say because that might either identify him or I might not know correctly and then be called something I'm not. Anyway, very thick accent, right? But it's okay to understand it. But the problem is, he speaks so slowly. Like, he'll say one sentence that you would... Like, for example, I'm gonna say... we need to think about the future... we need to prepare for... we need to have better preparedness for hazards, right? He would say, like... we need to have better preparedness for hazards in the future. Actually, no, that was too fast. Better preparedness for the hazards in the future. And imagine the entire presentation about something you're already not interested in, talked about in this monotone, slow voice. Thank God Microsoft offers speed up function, but the problem is most of his lectures were given on slides and on live, so you can't speed up live, so that was terrible. I don't remember anything, I'll be honest. I literally crammed like the slides, and it's not a difficult subject at all, so I've just literally looked at the slides the day before the exam and then literally just selected the correct buttons on the exam. And that's it. I've gotten 75%. I'm happy with that. That's more than a passing grade. Now we have another exam tomorrow, and after that I have to make a 3-minute or 2-minute video about something with like, oh, they should have done this instead of that, about a disaster. So I'm thinking either doing COVID because I'm original like that, and frankly I don't want to put any more effort into this than I really need to, or I will probably do the Ukraine Chernobyl thing. I'm not sure. Depends on what you define as developing and developed in the like as a country. I do not see a message here, but I do have a notification, so I'm assuming, yeah, there it is. Let me see whether it's shareable, what I have here. Nah, it's not. Yeah, true. Now that I've done the most difficult, I'm not too bothered. Okay, this is the video. I'm gonna show that at least. Wait, what does it show? Nothing. There you go. Okay. So I'm assuming you're holding right now. Yeah, this does not seem like a correct behavior of what you were doing. Okay. I will now open another program for you, Discord, and look into your code again. So what do we have as a problem here? Apply force to center. Are you sure? Wait, who are you trolling with this? Player, right? Player is, I'm assuming, the Fallout model, right? Nope. This is just the ball spawning. Well, then it's that. Yeah, so it's doing it too quickly. It's spawning every frame. At a random X position, it's working fine. I don't get the issue. You need to add a collision check and a timer. Both, or some sort of a combination. It needs to spawn up. That's one thing. So you also need to set a Y value that it needs to use. And the other thing, it needs to actually have applied physics to it so it actually falls. I'm assuming you want it to fall down, so there's that. A literal new take on the Fall Guys. Actually no, I almost did a dead meme. My bad, should have specified I'm not holding controls there. Just when I load up the balls do that. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. They are literally spawning every frame. Look below. In Discord. Okay. No, this is the... Oh, there we go. Matrices. Why is there multiple? Okay, I get it. Okay. Scale, ball transform. Is this update? You literally just gave me a chunk of code, man. You need to give me at least the function that it's in. Or at least some sort of a context. This is just random lines. I don't know how often this gets executed. The above code is done. Oh, okay, thank you. An update. Sorry, didn't see if it was there before. So this gets it done every frame, right? Yeah, naturally then. You see this. Every frame you're setting a new X value for it. Naturally it will flickering. It's changing positions 60 times per second. So that's your issue if that's what you don't want. This is Discord. Look. This is literally Discord. What are you on about? Yeah, the above code is done in update. Okay, fine. There, right there. Set X, rand X. Every frame, this gets different because every frame you're having a different random value, right? Every frame you therefore move it. That's why it's flickering. you might need to call the randomness only once when it's being spawned. So spawn should be like something that happens once, and then you just have it fall, and then it gets destroyed, or like it falls down, and then it respawns. And when it respawns, it calls this again. Right now, it's being called every frame, so that's why it's flickering around. It's behaving exactly as you've typed it in. Anyway. If that was your problem, that's the solution. I'm sorry. If something else, I can look into it, but there is no issue because the way you've defined the movement and you yourself understand that it's in the update, so that's why it should be behaving the way it is. It needs to be happening every frame. Okay, so that was the issue, I'm assuming. Okay, back to this. Player Bobby, .h, I want .h. Player Bobby.h, there we go. Is it going to be public? Does anything else need to call that? No, I don't think so. For now, I can always change it, right? Void. Oh, game over. It's going to be empty for now. So this is going to happen once you hit 2 there. If this gets called, you set up the switcher, so the next time it switches, that's fine. You also set up the preparing for a reset of the position and health and everything with 1 less life. Actually, no, there's no lives. So game over just leads back to the menu. Yeah, there is nothing else. This is also not being protected anymore, right? So it doesn't need to go through the hoops and bags to actually... Am I going to be strict enough that the game over actually returns it to the back, to the main menu? Okay, enough. Enough of this. I love the songs, but I want it shuffled. This is not working like advertised. Do your job. Quite literally not this. Okay, it's working. I'm just thinking whether I want to be evil or not. I'm sorry it's taking so long. Oh, I forgot, this is a 30 FPS stream because I'm not doing anything intensive. And I like your internet a lot, so I don't want anyone to pay too much for 60 FPS without anything in it. It's still 1080p because, you know, I need to hold some sort of a standard. Lol. How to set this? Game over. If it's so simple, it just deallocates the level. That's it. That's all it does. If it's not so simple... No! Game over just gets rid of it. Yep, I've decided. Game over is going to be strict. Quick action and refactoring. There you go. Game over. What is it? Switcher or something like that. Scene. Asset list. No. Scale, no. Fizz, no. This is... Oh, ooh, that's a problem. No, it's fine. I can... So game over is not going to be called from the player itself. Fine. I take that. Goodbye. It's going to be called from the level itself, because level has access to the switcher. So it needs to be done on the level scale. Is there something new? Where would be best to set its X position instead of in update? You're reusing the same object, right? So I would create a new function in that specific game object called spawn which would do the stuff for spawning. And then if it gets either below the platform or the player touches that, you'd literally just call the same function again. You just call its function that. So it would be a public function called spawn or something like that. And that's where you would put it. So it gets called as a direct result of a collision response. That's how I would deal with that. Where was I? Yep, about to implement a game over clause. I don't have a game over screen yet. What am I even talking about? For game over, there's only going to be there's also going to be exit. Yeah, I'm going to be nice. There's going to be exit. So I'm gonna copy the menu essentially. Well, pause menu. That's actually easy because making screens I made easy enough. No, back to this. Where was I? Level 1 CPP, yeah. State is fine. Level 1.h. There we go. This is what I wanted. Oh, and in the game over, I'm gonna have like other fancy stuff like playing the music while waiting for stuff to happen or something. Yep. Since music is done on a separate thread, if I have this one wait, the music keeps playing, right? So I don't need to use the actual timer there. That's cool. Yep, that's how we're going to do it. No, this doesn't need to be... Yep. Void. It's gonna be capital. Because the other state switching stuff is capital, I think. And if not, it's going to be a new standard that I'm not gonna follow through with. I've actually never finished this game, Persona Q2. It's so ridiculously difficult in the beginning. Like, I've set it to the story, I'd like story mode, and I still cannot beat the first boss because you have to grind like crazy, and I refuse to do that. It's not about, like, I have strategies and all that, it's just ridiculously, like, if you're low level, like, the game gets easier later on, but at the beginning, fuck that. So I'm just stuck in, and there's like only like 4 kind of dungeons things, so I'm at the end of the first one and I just said fuck it. But the music of that game is amazing, as far as I know. I mean, listen to the entire soundtrack. Call it spoiling, if you will. Switch, oh, state switch data, there we go. That's the access stuff to it. Needs to change is true. And we're gonna add state switch data dot new kept state, because we're invoking game over. Yeah, I don't like the fact that this doesn't have the underscore thing. We're gonna do it right there. Oh, it's cancelled the entire code. Okay, great. And game state. I said loss, right? So that's game over. Right now it's not going to do anything and crash the program. But it's not going to be called either way, so it's fine. So basically I need to make sure that falling is considered game over as well. Or just a hit. No, a life. Oh, so this is actually more complicated than I expected it to be. Where would be the best? Yeah, I've already answered that, sorry. Player Bobbi. Where's your .h? This is such a mess. There we go. Hits 2 and lives. Let's make it 2 as well. And then I can modify this by add a life or something. Collision response. Oh, it's gonna be collision response. With like item or something. Ooh, item's going to be difficult to deal with. That's going to be a subclass. Okay, so we're gonna call game over if life gets to 0. If a hit gets to 2, fine, we just reset the position to the beginning. That's it. And if you fall down the drain, same happens. Lose life, another function, I guess. No. I can either make it a separate function for encapsulation purposes, or I can just edit them raw. Rename. Ooh, Astral Chain. I will play that as well. I played it only like recently, by which I mean like half a year ago, so not now, but that was a nice, well done game for Switch. Highly recommend that, by the way. Just came in mind because this song is from there. It's like literally the end. Okay, lives. We're done with that. We're done with game over. I need to make icons for the HUD as well. Yeah, that's going to be the non-programming part of the night's work. Pink pause. Yeah, that's fine. Game over sets it up to stuff, that's fine. So level actually... Oh, pink pause is done that way, and game over is going to be called... okay. Actually, I can implement that now. Level 1 CPP. Is that update? Would update deal with that? Yep, update would deal with that. Hold it. Oh yeah. If pause. Is going to be the top. And I need to make sure Bobbi can actually get out lives of itself. Get hits. No, it doesn't need hits, right? Kinda does actually. No, return. It does need hits. Hits underscore, yeah, it needs hits because based on that we'll be drawing some other shit. There we go. And we will be returning get lives as well. How did you get your level background to show, by the way? Oh, that took some time. It's in the previous stream, by the way. I know you probably don't have 4 hours or so. It's towards the end, I think. I can give you a run around as once I do this. Lives. There. There. Okay, returns lives. And now level can actually every frame check that. If player gets lives bracket is less or equal, it should be equal, but if it's less, just in case, you will call game over. There. For now, it just switches the scene, but in the future it will do more stuff. There we go. So background. I think that's in my state. So for a background, you have to have numerous things created. For background, you need to have a sprite. So you need to create a sprite. To create a sprite... Oh, wait, give me a moment. It's state, right? State CPP. There we go. Now I have it nicely on two different windows. So this is .h, this is CPP. In sprite, I need to find the constructor, I think, or initializer, or whatever. Set a background. Yeah, there we go. Peak definition. There we go. So for Sprite, you need a texture, width, height, and position. All of them need to be defined. You cannot have it as 0 or anything. Well, you can have it as 0, but it cannot be. You have to call these functions essentially and give them values. If the values aren't given to it, it'll not show up. Once that's done, you need to create a texture as well. So I have my texture pointer here. It's null here. To create a texture, you need to load a PNG. For that you need a PNG loader. So for a PNG loader, you can add, it is not it's basically you need to just include it in your file there where you have to have it. Then you call load with it, uses the simple address of the file. It needs the platform pointer or any reference or anything. It needs a reference to the platform. It needs the current platform, that's it. Whether it's I think this is a reference, so you need to give it the value of the platform. If you have it stored as a pointer, you need to dereference it, so it then references it again, which yes, it's ridiculous, but oh well. And then you give it image data. Image data, you just create out of nothing, that's fine. You don't need anything special there. You just create some random image data. It uses it as a container of its own, so you just create it, create a PNG loader, use that loader to fill out this temp, and then you create a texture by using the platform and the image data that's already filled with the values of the PNG image. That's when you have your texture created. I have it stored in the .h, which is here. Where is it? There. Or, yeah, this should be, yeah, background. That's the texture. Then you just set the texture of that sprite, that. You set the width and height to be the entire screen, which is the platform width and height. Good thing about this is it moves with you. So it's not relative to the world, it's relative to not even the camera, it's a screen. So it's relative to the window itself. So what that means is that you can statically set it a position and it'll get stuck there even if you move your character around, whatever. Important thing to keep in mind, and I'll show that to you later. To have it as a background, you need to set it Z order to be back. It is counterintuitive. So from you or forward and Z space is plus, backwards is negative. So you need to set it to like Z order of 5, and it's going to be the background. It can be done in any order. So it can be drawn later, it can be drawn after the things, it can be drawn before the things. So this gets done once. So basically what I have here, if there is no background defined yet, and if there is any other address except empty, create the background. That creates the background, saves it. So this function theoretically gets called every frame, but I've added a error check here. So background is now defined in the second frame, so it actually doesn't call the background again. Important thing to keep in mind, texture needs to be a pointer here. Well, not necessarily, but it should be. And then you need to delete it in the destructor properly. Memory management, very important. Then, if you already have background, in my case particularly, sprite renderer, and just render it using sprite renderer that you throw from your base scene, whatever. You call that sprite renderer, draw sprite, and just give it a sprite, and that's it. As to how it moves with the player, if you've noticed, it's not that visible. I can show actually. Oh, is it gonna break it? No, it shouldn't. Because I've added the state switcher to game over, but I don't even have game over defined, so it's fine. It just shows me a blank screen. It needs to have set position, and it needs to have a texture. There we go. There. And if you pay close attention to the background, it's not fully static. It actually moves a bit, like upwards and downwards with the camera, or in like a really far away thing. To do that, you need to play around with the zooming and moving around the UV coordinates. Sprites have UVs as well. What that means is you can only show a cross-section of the image instead of the entire image, and then you can move the cross-section you're showing It's actually, I think, used for sprite sheets, so actually becomes very useful there. And you can play around with that. So you move the not Z order, you move the UVs around. So I've zoomed in the image like to 0.6 of its original scale, so it's like 60% bigger, if I'm not lying, which I probably am. 40 or 60% bigger than it actually is. And I'm just moving around the UV positions with the movement of the player, or in this case camera actually, because the movement of the player isn't easily trackable. Point is, you can move around the cross section of the image you want to show, or if you just want to have a simple image like in this case, this is literally just the background. It doesn't move at all, it's just shown as a texture. I have this as a texture. It's the same with the main menu as well. So the logo is its own picture, but the background of this is just that. I hope that helps. Pause the game over, right? Yeah, it does. Where was I? I wanted to create, yeah, new class. There's always good stuff in new classes. Class. Game over. State. And we are inheriting from pause state. The list is already getting too long, and this is not even the final form of it. Sadly enough, there's still no goal. There needs to be a way to ping for goal as well. I'll add that later. It's going to be the same way as pause. The way pause works is, since level does not have direct idea of where everything is, well, it has, but like not that. So basically the player, if something happens, it gives it a signal. I call it a ping, and the ping itself notifies the level of what it needs to do. Funnily enough, I did it in the form of a boolean, and it's fine, but if I did it in form of a integer and then just use a switch case, I think that might be a bit better. Yes, I have decided that is going to be the way it's going to be done. I'm gonna head to sleep now to continue some work tomorrow. Thanks, Jerry. Lol, sleep. What's that? Enlighten me, please. What is sleep? .h. No, it's loader state. I no longer wish to... Actually, I want the... What am I interested in? Menu state, thank you. Yeah, we want this special initialized state. There. We'll need this, I'm sure. Is that it? Is that really it? Public. I hope I made pause state its own thing. This is game over state. Game over state. Reads in everything. That works fine. State type is game over. Okay, great. Special initialized state. Show me what you got. Nah, this is not what I want. Create a definition. What's the definition here? Yep. I'm just gonna blatantly copy this code and modified it a little bit. So it's not main menu, it's... what's the texture? Media folder. Game over PNG with small letters. See, I told you there's no standard in this. Game over. Sleep is for the weak. Good night. I mean, I am sleeping just from terrible times, from 6 to 12. And other than that, I'm working either on this or other bullshit. Yeah, positions. I need those, right? There we go. They're in .cpp. These shall be in .cpp as well. Yeah, that's fine. I maybe do it a bit higher. We'll see. So back to menu. And that is simply new. Okay. Skip. Oh no. Are we there again? No, we're not. Move back. I thought we were getting looped again. Kept state. And this is no longer acceptable. Game state menu. There. This also forcibly removes the holder, which is at this point I think removed anyway, because I did not set it to undeletable. That's only happening for pause. Yep. This sets the switcher. That's fine. Exit. Exit literally just leaves the program. That's it. Okay. Why don't I have access to platform? I should be having that, right? Oh, this is the logo. We don't need that. None of this is useful. Temp setup. Nah. This is useless. The only thing I wanted is the menu. Yeah, and then since we create the object from the beginning, we create everything from fresh, so we don't need to worry about resetting the values, actually. Except hits, but that's going to happen once you lose the life, so that's going to be another function, which is going to be inside the player. So the level isn't actually going to restart the correct way. Yep, this is easy enough. So we essentially created game over. So we have game over screen now. Oh, almost. There we go. Now we have it created. Thank God for me making this class based, so I can easily add things like simple screens with menus. By copying, pause. What was I wanting to do? So hit. I will be modifying this a bit. So player Bobby, every time you collide with a hazard, not only hits, but lives as well, is going to be decreased by 1. And I'm assuming that by 2, you're gonna do your job and just get rid of shit. I actually need to pay attention to memory, so if you'll excuse me, first I'll test it whether it works, and then in the second version, I'll run it on this screen, which you can't see, and on this screen we'll be all watching the memory, because I need to know for a fact that it cleans the memory correctly. It should be, unless there's some shenanigans I don't want, but that should not be a problem. No, it's not going to work though, because I didn't add the loader state section to it. And I didn't initialize the game over state either. Ugh. It is easy, but not as easy. It's not foolproof. And I seem to be a fool today. Load state. There we go, this. Menu is fine, case is fine. There. Game over. These are only repeating, right? Well, except the menu. So instead of this default nonsense, it's all stored anyway, right? So this should never happen. Yeah, I don't like this. We're replacing this. This is bullshit anyway. There, and this will be foolproof, so I don't have to add anything to this anymore. Next state. Next. Stored state, and naming is incorrect. So we'll fix that soon. Oh wait, there's a lot of incorrect names in this class actually. There. Kept states is fine. Next stored state isn't fine. Stored state. And previous state needs to be renamed as well. State. And if it's non-defined, it's gonna throw an error, but we don't care about the error. So every other state that literally has only this doesn't matter. The only one that matters and needs to be different is menu, because that one forcibly releases a holder. Which shouldn't matter. So it gets put into the holder, right? Wait, previous state and previous state isn't undeletable, delete, blah, blah, blah. It automatically cleans the holder anyway if it's undeletable. So it empties it and makes sure that every time it loads it's null. So that's cleared. I might be having a little bit of a racing condition here. But not really. Only with the holder, right? Yeah, there is a potential for racing conditions. In computer science term, what this means is that there's 3 threads, right? One for loading screen, this is fine. This one just shows the image of rotating nonsense and blah, 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 that's it. This one's fine. This one cleans up the previous states that we've entered from. So it deletes it from memory if it's not undeletable, which this exclamation mark here marks. So previous, if there is any previous state, this is crazy. This condition here is created specifically for once you enter the program. Like the first enter, you don't have a previous state. Loader is first. So it doesn't have previous state, so it ignores everything that it should not do. And essentially this entire cleanup process is very easily done. Once we have that, in pause's case, it puts the level into the holder, still stored in memory, so it can return to it without loading it again. And what it does is it stores it and sets that specific one to undeletable. So it makes sure that it doesn't get deleted here and it doesn't get deleted in this way here. Because this gets called almost every time. This is basically pause protection alone. If we do game over, we get there, but it's not undeletable anymore. So level gets deleted, and that's good because we generally want levels to be dynamically allocated. We only want the level that's currently applicable. States like menu, pause, and all that shit needs to be in memory at all times. Not even menu actually, but like those are nice to have because they're not taking enough, they don't take that much space, they're just pictures and menus. They're not like actual objects and collisions and nonsense. So those are okay. So I'm just checking here whether, but oh sorry, race conditions. The point is, if I want to go to holder, I'm checking and potentially modifying the holder here, while also a second thread, which is running in parallel, is going to access holder here. And if this one is faster, it'll read what was there previously, and then it gets deleted. If this one is slower, this one deletes it, this one has nothing to read anymore, just sets it to null, and the program crashes. Both result in ending of the program, which is, I guess, undesirable. But racing condition means that I'm not sure in which order these two will get to happen, because they might or might not be done in the same order. The way you would usually do it is called mutex block or something like that, where you would block basically whenever you're modifying any stuff that this can modify and you need to know it, like you need to realize what needs to be protected, you can protect it and say that during the duration of that specific code section, nothing else will be able to nothing else will be able to access this at all. It'll be stuck there until this gets released. So if you add it here and here, then essentially you protect that holder so that only one thread can modify or read from it at one time. That's also something called a critical section, and critical sections need to happen in specific orders. I'm right now thinking whether that's a problem or not, but I don't think in my code there will be a case where this happens in the same way when this is a holder. Because if we're calling a holder, the previous state was not a holder. So whatever that was, either gets deleted or whatever. If kept states is a holder, so if it has a holder, blah 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 is undeletable, that's fine. Actually, no, it can get called. No, but the holder is only one, right? You're not going to go from a loader to a loader, because that makes no sense. So I guess we're fine. Yeah, no racing condition there. At least I've got to explain to myself what racing conditions truly means. Okay, I don't know who wrote VLC or YouTube or whatever, but this shite shuffle needs to go. How can it be so difficult? Force release holder, that's fine. This gets to be called for everything, so this should work by default. I need to initialize it though. Initialization needs to happen. That needs to be specified on its own, because that's a separate class. So that's scene app, and we're adding not main menu, but game over state. Initialize phone. These emitters listeners will get deleted. I'm just keeping them there so I can reuse this code in some other places instead of needing to like look through the manuals. I can have like an actual practical showcase there. Okay. There. Game over. This is going to be game over. This is going to be game over. And this is going to be geo and geo. This essentially creates all of those to be stored in memory. So this should theoretically never get deleted. Oh, one of the newer songs is now playing. I've actually added this one recently. Okay, I still don't like the fact that the text isn't colored properly, but at least we're getting somewhere. Okay. I wanted to do hot elements, right? Okay. Game over. And I can choose. Back to menu. Oh, I think I know what happens. It should... because I'm pressing the A too fast, maybe? Yep. The problem with the buttons. I need to make sure... I need to know a way to disable them. Temporarily, of course. I genuinely enjoy the Sonic... like, this is before the sequel, and the other one is after the sequel, right? Sonic fan games. Both of them have some amazing music. After the sequel more so than before the sequel, but before the sequel actually has some very nice tunes as well. I'm very surprised. It's done by a Brazilian student who also does game development. Well, he might no longer be a student actually. Yep. I'm surprised it needs to... oh, it does for cleaning up, of course. The cleanup itself also requires time, apparently. I need to check, sorry, the memory. Memory is the key word here. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Gets deleted. And what's better than the fact that the line actually almost matches this one. This is amazing. Because I can now easily build more levels. Exit. What do I mean by that? If I have state, take away, I essentially need to initialize state to make it different for another level, right? Read different files, blah, blah. That's it. I can create a level like that. So I need to essentially build it in Blender, add it there. And I will add one more thing to save on loading time, because usually what would happen is you would leave this state, go into the other state of level, but that would delete this state, so all of the loaded assets already would be deleted, and the next level uses a lot of similar assets, so it would just reload the same assets again, right? So that would pretty much take time that is not necessary to be taken, essentially. So what I was thinking is, if it's the same world, and if the next level, and I can know for a fact if it's the next level based on the class itself, I can tell it, I can tell the previous one, package this information for me, protect it in a way that it doesn't get deleted once you get to die, move it to the other object, and then unpack it and claim it as your own. So if by any chance I will leave from that level, it gets deleted. So essentially, I'm using the same data, passing it to another object, so that it claims it as its own. What that means is that if that object gets deleted now, the data gets deleted with it, unless I specify again that it's not going to get deleted. This is something called memory management, and frankly, this case is actually not that difficult, but it can get way over your head, especially if you're programming something more complex than this. Like right now, I already know, like I've added some little tweaks, but those are more like band-aids instead of actual fixes to the memory management that I did. I literally just did to some things I knew for a fact that I'm reusing. For example, some meshes, right? You could see that I had several cubes and whatnot that were the same, right? Well, it would be dumb for me to not reuse them. If I had all of them loaded the same thing, it would just die of memory, which is logical. So I was just thinking that maybe it's better to just load from one source, and then I have to make sure that once I delete the object itself, but not the source, because the source is then used by other objects as well. So in that specific case, the mesh doesn't really belong to that object, it's borrowing it. So that's where you need to specify ownership. And there's small minute cases in the code here and there where that happens. So I've just added a band-aid of a Boolean flag of like, oh, belongs no. But in reality, I think it should be done in a different way. Long story short, memory management in my program right now is done in a very neat, on a need basis, rather than what's it called? Rather than actually thought about properly from the start of the architecture. And that can bite you in the ass later, especially if you don't make a mistake like I did before. Yeah, this can get deleted as well. I'm happy that the game overworks, so that's positive actually. I just need to tie it, no, it's tied to the lives. I just need to make sure the lives don't get, I need to make the loss of life. But for that, I'm tired of coding for now. I might return to it later. Probably not tonight though. I'm still happy with the fact that I can easily just recreate levels. So, changes. I'm doing so much work with this. How can I get rid of it? Oh no, CPP, that is needed. Every CPP and .h file are needed to be uploaded. None of this other shit that keeps getting packaged. And I'm getting rather angry. Unsuccessful build. I actually will need to know why this doesn't build, but that's going to be a problem for later when I'm actually building it. Right now I'm using something called a debug mode. For those of you who don't know, that pretty much means I can go through like line by line code and check values, but it's very, very inefficient. So when you build, you get rid of it, but building it for now seems to have caused more issues than answers. Okay, PNG, I want that. I don't want this though. Okay. Added game over and stuff. So what did I add since the day? Moving background. That's one thing I've added. What's the other thing I've added? Fixed memory management and loader. Added main menu with logo. Modified the final look of loading. What else did I do? Come on, I need to know. I did something, right? Added game over. Yeah, most of my day today was spent on fixing that memory management problem. That took long. Oh, added a hurt face when hit by hazard. And I've also added invulnerability time. There. Yeah, this is what I did today. It's a long list. There, just save it and close it. After a very long time, I'm actually saving and closing this Visual Studio. Yeah, tonight I'm gonna cut it short and just do some icons for like hits and health. Maybe create a... I might actually need to change the category of this now. No, it's fine. No, software development no longer applies. There we go. Committing. Oh, I didn't add the beautiful update log. Oh no. It's not going to be legitimate anymore. Okay, I'm gonna... wait for this to finish its work. I also need to fix spikes, but that's a later fix. It's not necessary now. There, close that. I actually need to look into my other project one more time. It's almost done, really. I've actually done what I was supposed to do. I just want to give more options. It's basically blurring, but the blur I'm currently giving is very small. I want to give options more, but I'm limited by memory. But I can divide the job into more smaller chunks, so it actually can be done with more. I think that's how it would be done. Yeah, anyway, point is, it can either be me changing one single value of it, or me needing to change half the code. What I need to check is actually, I'm gonna do... No, thank you. This is not necessary. Oh, this got updated, didn't it? Oh, got deleted, no less. Browse, whatever. So, what we're going to do... We're gonna... where is it? Ignore file. It's not nice. Ignore all DB files. Ignore all IPC files. Okay. Ignore all dbSMH, ignore all dbwad, ignore all idb, ignore all logs, ignore all pdbs, tlogs, all of the tlogs, ignore last build state, tlog. I'm not sure whether this one works. Oh, it's basically just what open stuff I have. Okay. Ignore. PDB, ENC. Everything that's in debug, and I'm sure there's a way to do it, but oh well. Scene ENC elk. Ignore all elk files. ENC, PDB, tlog, ENC, IDB, whatever. Nonsense. Great. What's next? We select all of these. Discard. Okay, I can recycle them from the recycling bin. Whatever. Oh, this is also a nice song. I haven't finished Bravely Default either. I've only gotten, like, the game repeats at least 6 times or so. No, 9, and I've only didn't even finish one cycle, honestly. Because I lost the save data for it. So I was like in a 3rd crystal of the cycle, but I just lost the data. So I was like, fuck it, not doing this again. I am kind of interested in Bravely Default 2. Love the art style, that's why. But, oh well. Can't have everything now, can I? But the music is lit. Okay, it did it. And we'll just push one more little git, ignore, update, commit. Push origin. Yeah, I think we did a lot of work on this today. I need to do the goal. And the collectibles as well. I might do tutorials if I want to, but that's up to me. Later on. I will need to add more levels for sure. Come on. Oh, it's done. Lovely. Close. This is using so much memory. You memory hog. What did I want? Oh, I wanted to actually try and open the project again and see whether it spews out all that nonsense at me again. CPP assessment, build, VS 2017, scene app solution. What will you do? It shouldn't have any issues opening it up for me, right? Okay, great. It's not. It just has different tabs open, but it's fine. So long there's the stuff I've created. Wait. Wait. No way. Touch controls. No. You wouldn't. Loader state. What the fuck? This is so ridiculous. Fuck you for even doing this to me. And it... I haven't been updating this properly, have I? Fuck you. Seriously, wait. I need to see at least whether the changes were applied. I'm actually very stressed right now. If this ruined my work because of a fucking Git, I'll hate everything. No, game over. It's here. Yeah. Okay. Game object, game object, game object. Yeah, it just doesn't... Oh, okay, good. It doesn't load them here. You don't even know how bad I actually felt there for a moment. Oh, it got saved. I just need to include them in the Solution Explorer. Maybe not all files are bad. What's Git up to? I don't get this. Why does this keep happening? I said many times I do not wish to upload these, and it still fucking puts them in there. I am so appalled by this. Fuck it. I don't care. My cold sweat almost, but at least they're here. Yeah, game over state and shit, like they're here, defined, all nice and well. Oh, that does so much. Oh, yes. It actually took so much. That took like 2 years of my life, I'm sure. Ugh. Okay, time to do icons. Icons shouldn't be difficult, right? Yeah, we have a nice test here. What kind of icons do I want to do? Do I want to do pixel art? Do I want to do... No. I think for lives, it's hard. Very simple, right? And for hits, what am I going to do for hits? Band-Aid? Yeah, maybe Band-Aid. I'm trying to figure out how I would do this in a nice way, that is. It needs to be transparent, but I need a transparent object that has... How to do this properly. Okay, I can use the outlines. Okay, heart is simpler actually. Heart is easy. Is there a base shape of heart that I can use? Custom shape tool. Yeah, the heart is here. There's some nice royalty-free stuff here, by the way. And I don't know what more to say, actually. Band-Aid is going to be a bit more difficult to do. Are these my defined shapes? No. No, they're not. I have my own, so that's why I was asking. I just don't know where I saved them. Well, no matter. Yeah, this heart needs editing. Definitely. Direct. There, I did it. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't have to be that tall. Okay, I think this is better. Yeah, this is good. And it's going to be kind of like slanted. So if you were looking at this, this is the straight. It's like, wait, sorry, it's like this. Like this. That's how it's going to look. But first, we're taking the color. There. Disable. It's gonna be the same color scheme as this. Just because that's the style at this point. Yeah, this is the loading toggle. Where's that heart? I literally just created it. Oh, there it is. Select. Make it all yellow. And then there was that gradient. I'm gonna rasterize it to it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Clipping. Create clipping mask. That's fine. We're doing a pause screen. There we go. There. Select one. And I'll select this color. And this color. This is a very nice gradient, actually. I really like it. Oh no, wrong document. We can disable the pause now. Yep. The other way around, of course. There we go. Now we just simply rasterize the layer. And I think it was 4, right? Yeah, it was 4. I should just simply create like an actual background of this and then simply add it to everything. It's 4. Instead of doing all this work. It makes no difference to me actually, but I should be doing that. Okay, and we can now rasterize this one as well. Merge down. There we go. Transform. No. Transform. There. I think skew-ish, maybe. Oh, there we go. Yes. There's some nice rotation there. There we go. That's easy. Okay. Duplicate this. I'm creating a clipping mask just so I can color it. Pause screen. And I'll be taking this. There. We'll color the entire area, of course. Merge down. Beautiful. Just this. I'm thinking whether I should leave it like this for health. No, I'll add the outline as well. Everything in the program has outline. I think it would be very inconsistent if I didn't do it. But just in case, I'm adding a new layer for it. There. I'm on the highest point here. I have no way of actually getting rid of that. So, ugh. There, I think, yeah. Actually, doesn't matter if I follow through with the shape correctly, it just needs to have that section filled in. So we're just filling it with the same color. Deselect. Yeah, I think it's fine now. But no, everything else is done in the style of outlines, so I'm just gonna need to add the outlines. I might actually already merge them and just do outlines one way stroke. Oh, that was not a smart idea. I mean, it does the hard outlines, so at least that's good, but no. Not yet. We have yet to finish. Because this one actually needs a little bit of a bevel emboss treatment. So size. I'm not even sure whether it should be there, honestly. No, stop. Don't use global light. Yeah, this is fine. Much better. Soften it a bit. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of a shade there. I think that's fine. I'm not gonna modify it later, so rasterize layer style, merge down, and now we can do the common stroke and make it less thick, of course. There we go. So now we have the icon for the heart. I'm just gonna have like a... Oh wait, I can modify the width, right? Oh, that's easy enough. So this is going to be a number, and then the hits are going to be just the bar, I think. Images, yeah, and there's going to be 6 of them in an array. And based on health, it's going to show all 6 or no. Yeah, everything visually, design-wise is fine, except the main game. That one looks terrible, but I need to change the colors there, so it's going to be better off. I already have an idea of how to do it. I just need this beautiful level of red. You know what? No. I'll run it later, if I run it later. It's going to be this small anyway, right? Icon-wise. There. Like, the icon sure is big, but the number is also going to be, like, large enough. I'm thinking at least. Yep. Icon-wise, I'm happy with that. Honestly, nah, because I'm using this as the top one as well. Yeah, the top one, if anything, will have like oxygen and shit, if ever I would decide to finish this game. And it can be like, it shows up or hides based on that. And his are going to be band-aids. Like the plus kind of band-aid. What's this? Art, just so I know. Okay. I'm gonna make a folder for it. Icons. What's this? Yep, this goes there. Time to do one more shape for icons. And then I'm gonna do like a bars for that. That's gonna be one picture alone. And they're going to be in a separate array, of course. When it's like easily accessible. It's basically just to one pointer into separate arrays. But I'm doing band-aid now, so this is wrong. Oh, actually no, it's fine. I'm already gonna choose the yellow color. It's just so I know how it looks. There. Yellow it is. And this is going to be 10 pixels on each corner. No, that's too low. It's going to be 50 on each corner. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. Now, how is it going to be like a cross, right? Yes, it's going to be like an X though, not like a plus sign. I'm thinking for the shading, but that's going to be done later anyway. Because I need to add the middle part now. With like the dots and shit. Now how to do this? I can, I think, do this, right? There. We'll disable this color and make it stroke. I think stroke is fine. And then I can enlarge. Like it's going to be covered in that anyway, right? So it doesn't matter. Yeah, this needs a bit more. Maybe 5. Yep. That seems to be the... Wait, inside... I want... There. You know what? No, that's fine. No, stop. Fuck you, stop. No! I hate when this happens, when it's like shit ton of things. I don't care. You need to remember that. Rasterize. You know what? I always like to work with rasterized things. And small dots, which are going to be created in a nice way. Oh, at least it's yellow, so it's fine. We'll take you. Maybe there. There. No, that's too high. Almost. This is very exciting, I know. You can't keep up the excitement now, can you? Will I do the dot correctly? Will I? No. Ah, for all of those OSD people. Yeah, it's not straight, but who cares? I will, but it's going to be at the perspective with a filter app applied to it, so it doesn't matter. Yep. This is it. So this is the band-aid number 1. We're gonna already duplicate this. Duplicate. Yes, okay. This one will rotate by 90 degrees. I'm thinking whether it should not be like the entire band-aid as well, like with like things here. Probably, yeah. We'll try it anyway. Merge down. Duplicate layer. And 90 degrees. There we go. Yeah. Works better, I think. Sadly, I've lost one of the things I wanted to do. So I'm going to put this in a folder for now. A temporary folder. And in the proper order would be fine. I'm just gonna call it temporary, so I remember that it's not supposed to be there forever. Duplicate, please. Rotate by 90 degrees as well. There we go. Nah, this one's going to be the first one though. Yep. Okay, I think this is okay. And now we can actually rotate both of them, right? No, we can't. Can I rotate the entire folder? No, I can't. Terrible. Well, what I can do instead is rotate them manually, right? No, I can't. Oh, fuck me. No, I'm done. There. Do this. Now I can rotate them 45 degrees. Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. I was afraid. But it does. Okay. I want to add the lines, but only for the yellow part. This is actually a difficult process to do. I genuinely don't know how to do this properly. I want to add these lines and the color gradient into this, but I have difficulty right now figuring out how to do it. Maybe if... You know, I always need to start anyway. I might as well just need to copy it. That's all the reasons. There. This one is supposed to be the gradient, right? And this is so annoying. Why does it not save the gradient I want? This is ridiculous. So the bottom color, just like there. That's not it, right? No, that's not it. That's a bit too light, in my opinion. There. Ah, no, it's fine. The color is fine. Rasterized layer for sure. And we're going to do create clipping mask, but only of that one. Yep. So this actually lets me figure out how much I want to delete out of it. Yeah, this is fine. There. Two. And 3. Deselect. There we go, and create clipping mask. Yep, and now we also take that, duplicate, and we put it in this folder. Creating there, and creating a clipping mask. There we go. Now we're having something to work with. A bit confusing, I get that. But honestly, I think this is fine. Yeah, I might need to add a little bit of an outline to separate these band-aids. I'll figure out what I can do. This is the bottom one, yeah. On the top one. There we go. So what are we going to do? We're gonna copy this section. Now, select with lasso tool. About here. There. Yep. Now we can... What can we do with this? Layer... No. Okay, they did not do anything. Great. Layer cut. Did I do cut? I did do cut, didn't I? Fuck me. There. Layer via copy. There. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of shade. Drop shadow. Oh no, wrong. Stroke. We want stroke. That's all fine. But there is going to be an exception to this, and that exception is create clipping mask. No. Actually, might need to move it down here then. And create a clipping mask on that instead. Yeah, that should work according to what I think. Rasterized layer style. Merge down. Well, almost. Actually, there is one issue with that. We're gonna move it up. There we go. Now we can rasterize. Merge down. Merge down. So now we have that. And we can also merge down this as well. There we go. I have one band-aid. And the other band-aid can just be easily merged down at this point. Yep, and this can be merged down. This is what a success story looks like. There, delete the group. And now we can merge these two down. We have a band-aid icon with the proper shading applied. Now, of course, we're not done yet. We'll be playing with the skew option. There we go. Okay, is it skewed enough? No. There. This is if it was more, but we don't want it more. We just want it this way. A bit that way, that is. There. This is it. This is literally it. Okay, next we need to create a duplicate of this. That's fine. We need to create a clipping mask. We'll take a value of this color out of you, thank you. Clipping mask. Color that shit. And merge down. There, we move this here. Make it a bit smaller. And put it here. I'm actually not sure where. I think this is sufficient. Now this is going to be fun. Because this needs to go there. Maybe this is the right way. Yeah, this seems to be the right way. We've done that. Now the corrective lasso tool. There. Maybe. I think this is the point. Yep, it is indeed. And in this case, it's this point. There we go. Beautiful selection. We'll add a new layer to it. Color that in. Yep, this is exactly what I wanted. Deselect. Merge down. And now we can actually merge this. Wait, not yet. There was that one little bevel question. Honestly, no, this needs to be smaller. Yeah, it's smaller. Does smaller work? Yeah, it does. Rasterize layer style. Merge down and stroke. Make this... Oh, yes. Well, almost. No, you know what? No, it's fine. There we go. Icon finished. And rasterize layer style, go into icons. And this is now unnecessary as well. We want to actually move it a bit around. Yeah, this is that. It's... There we go. Yeah, the hits is going to be like here. Or maybe even here if I do like... Yeah. It might even be here with like a nice... pads. I think I'm gonna add like pads to it. Like with like a hover or something. For now it's there. Okay, this is done. I'm just thinking of what the health things should look like. These are the real questions. For health, I'm just gonna add like dots. So you can never have like more than 3 or something, like 1, 2, and 3 dots. And for hits, you're gonna have like tabs or something. No, health needs to be a number. It's going to be right here. Maybe like at a pixelated way. Yeah. The pixelated number is going to be right here, down here. It's going to be a HUD element. I mean, these are not really HUD elements, but they can be. Need to drink. Yep, time for more icons. I'm gonna do the tab icon now. This one's going to be easy enough. It's going to be that yellow color. I'm thinking whether it also should have like those 3D effects on it. Yeah, I would want them in, if anything. Maybe different color, but I still would want them in. Like down here or something. This is a difficult question. Oh, no. This is much thicker outline than this. Luckily, that is not an issue that is too difficult to fix. Hits. Stroke again. There we go, but much smaller, please. Yeah, better. There was almost a disaster, but disaster averted. Back to this object actually. There. Oh no, it's not the correct layer. There we go. Get rid of you. Thank you. Goodbye. Don't want to see you again. The color of this must be yellow. That's what I said, so. Actually, no, it's going to be green. What green matches well? Those are the real problematic questions. Oh my god, look at that. That is the shade of green. On first try, no less. That is it. This is the shade of green we're going for. And it's going to have bluish tones, maybe. Like cyan-ish tones. Like to kind of lighten it up. I'm gonna try. I think rasterize already. Yeah, this is going to be an easy icon. Compared to this, at least. There. Actually make it a bit larger. Okay. I want clipping mask. Create clipping mask. There. Gradient. Bottom color is going to be dark blue. It's going to be cyan-ish. There. Yeah, I think this is fine. Especially if I rasterize it, yep. So you can delete parts of it. There. Now that I'm looking at it, yeah, the color is a bit too much. Oh, it needs an outline, of course. Oh, I forgot about the outline. So I can add it this way. What's the outline I should go for? Purple? Keep in mind it's going to be slanted. I just need to figure out the color scheme of this. No, I need to probably hue and saturation. Only the layer below. This is nice. Yep, this is vital and nice. Full of vitality and whatnot. Merge down. Merge down. Now we can add the stroke. Okay. And we want perspective, maybe. Like much smaller than that, of course, but no, this doesn't work in my favor. Can you, like, go back, please? No, you can't. No, don't apply it then. What does warp do? Nah. Distort. If it's like this, it's a bit like weird, right? But I like it. I think it should be like this. When it's like next few of them next to each other, so it's like clear division as well. Let's make it smaller for once. So it's like going to be down here. And there's going to be like 2 of them or 3 of them. I'm gonna probably allow like 3 at most. Yep, 3 at most it is. The stroke needs to get smaller, of course, but with that... There. It's going to have a violet stroke though. Touching or no touching. No touching. Let's add it to icons, I think. And there's going to be folders. Can I have a new folder, please? Photoshop. Don't ruin me. Not now. You know what? I have too much experience of losing work. Goodbye. Not that. Bars. And this is going to be a bar. Go in. And we'll just duplicate you. There we go. 2 hits. I think this is fine. HUD-wise. And then there's going to be a pixelated number here for the lives. Yeah, I think HUD-wise this works. And the top is going to have like special properties, if anything. Save. I'm gonna save all of those icons separately now. Oh, I didn't add the shine. Of course I didn't. That's actually a terrible mistake on my part. Bevel and emboss. That's not going to look good now, is it? No, it is. No, not on you. On the bars. You want the bars to look dazzling. Size. How about we make the size smaller? There we go. And I'm gonna do copy layer style and paste layer style. How nice. Yeah, I think this works. Maybe even without the stroke, actually. Yes. No stroke. There's not going to be any stroke for those. It's funny because I'm imagining so many things in my head right now, as in how I would do them, but programming them is something I don't want to do. I just don't know how this... I guess it's extreme tiredness. I am tired, so, you know, there is that. Fine, time to export things. Goodbye, you. Get rid of bars and hits. The hardest first. Export. Export PNG. Already media, great. Lives icon. Okay. Now we're doing not bars. Just this one single button here, right there. Now hits is up, hard is down, and this is the loader booble thing. I don't know what a booble is, but I just made it up. I keep changing the name for it, honestly. Hits icon. There. And one of those bars needs to be shown there. Hit bar icon there. Hard. Close this, and put this in. Yep. I'm happy with the HUD look. I think HUD look is fine. I just need to fix the actual game look now. That's the problem. Okay. You can close this, right? Yeah. Yes, save it. Okay, closing Photoshop. Yeah, I'll do the icons, I'll add them in. I'll do the HUD as well. Actually no, it's 4. I'm not doing that. I've at least done the icons. What I'm doing now instead is going to just cut down the icons so they're like in nice squares instead of these big overlays. However, the overlays are actually helpful, but they take so much data. They're pointlessly big. Okay, save. That's one icon. I'm overall happy with the style actually that I've chosen. I thought it's going to be bad, but it's fine. Wait, what's this texture? Yeah, it's that texture. Where was I? Oh, there they are. Some calm Zelda night music, really? Now? Of all times? Well, to be fair, it is pretty much a lullaby at this point for me. Today I've actually watched videos about game industry crunch time and all that, and it probably feels like this. Like where you just have to work all this time, all the passion just gets gone. I'm hoping that at least at one point I'll find a way to either manage it or just escape it. One of the two. I probably shouldn't be saying this because potential employers would be like, oh, you want to escape? Oh, goodbye, then no to you. Which reminds me, I need to add like little blobs of happiness around the title as well, with like a shine as well. That's gonna rotate. Actually quite an easy addition. I don't know why I always think these are hard, but those are like small details. Oh, I also wanted to edit the atrocious smile, right? Yeah, I wanted to get rid of the teeth. Hearts, we have that. Heart icon, we have that. My media folder, which is... Oh, the sounds. This needs to be fixed. This is too realistic, honestly. Like, I understand why I did it realistically, because this is also kind of realistic. But, yeah, this needs to be much less realistic. I'm probably gonna add, like, a nice mishmash filter to it. To make it look less realistic. I also think the colors are a bit boring of that, compared to everything else that I have in the game. This is the game background, right? Yeah, it's the background. Actually, why I don't have to turn on Photoshop, what is the stuff I can do with this? What can I do with this? What do you allow? Filters. Sahara? Well, I like Sahara. Well, except this. This is strong Sahara. This is no Sahara. Great. Napa, no. Arctic, no. Zeke. What are these names? So ridiculous. Mercury. Oh, maybe I should do this instead. Just have a black and white title screen, maybe? Vanilla. Be like a story kind of thing where the color gets sucked out and you need to return it. No, but the gameplay does have color, so that's kind of sad. Oh well. These filters are useless. Sunscreen. Maybe this one. Wait. This one does this to it, right? No, I need all of this color. I want all of that color. I just want it more. Like, I want more color, but not too much more. Also adding light. So if I get rid of light, it's this. It's the sad thing. Yeah, none of these changes have proven that they are what I need. What about this? Yeah, this is fine. Okay. Blobs are done. Menu icons are done. What other HUD items do I need to do? Am I doing settings? Probably with sound, yes. And maybe inverting controls. Because if some controls are wrong. I might need to add mouse controls as well. But that shouldn't be difficult. All of the things are not difficult, there's just a lot of them. Luckily the main gameplay loop is almost done. I need to add the goal. That's the main thing that is missing. The testing of game over worked well, so that's positive. The color for some reason doesn't work well on the text. Oh, that's what was missing. Oh, this is trippy. Like, I just like working on games like this. Anyway, it's clear that I'm not in the best of mind state right now when it comes to working more. I think I've done a lot of work actually. Just added more files now and today overall. Coupled with the fact that tomorrow I have the quiz. Then I have like 1 week to do a 3-minute video, which I'm assuming is going to be quick. Well, it's at least somewhat of a learning experience what the work in the real biz is, I think. And this is not even like the peak of it. It's just me making my own game at my own pace. With deadline that is still so far away that I'm at this point. Anyway, yep. I think I'm going. This has been going for long enough. Time to leave. Luckily enough, my settings for OBS are at least semi well done, I think. I'm gonna do one more test to see if my entire stream was shite or not. Actually, it's nice. I was so afraid that the sound wasn't good and I didn't even check it. Oh well. I'll check it later for potential issues, but that's going to be it. With that said, I wish everyone good night. I hope you are all going to do well in your future endeavors. And next stream, I'm not sure what it's going to be. Maybe work, maybe Monster Hunter. Yeah, this is still a Monster Hunter / work channel, but don't worry, I'll be adding more content soon after I finish all these projects. Namely Mario Kart, some Sonic games, some quickies, like for example, basically my entire Switch library is up for grabs. Some Splatoon as well. Oh, I haven't played Splatoon in a very long time. That would be fun, right? Doing some Splatoon work. Okay, I've decided Splatoon is also going to be added sometimes. So many good things to come. With that being said, good night.